Hi, this is Made by Mommy, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the full circle bracelet with a special thanks to Elizabeth for inspiring the design and to Suzanne for suggesting the name on my Facebook page. To make this bracelet, you'll need 3 colors, 44 in the color you want the frame to be, which is this line that goes up the middle, 10 in the color of the lower circle, and 9 in the color of the upper circle. And we'll begin with a single rubber band where the arrow is on your loom from the center peg going on the diagonal to the top row, and then from that peg where the arrow is again going like that. Then we're going to continue down the entire length of the loom with that same color one at a time that you've picked out to be the frame for the bracelet. I'm using Rainbow Loom brand rubber bands. They work really well for this in the standard opaque colors. When I've tried to make this bracelet with metallics or jellies, I haven't been as happy with the results, especially when you use those colors for the circles. They need to stretch a lot to get into the right shape. So the opaques seem to work well because they're stretchy enough to get doubled over like we're going to need to do, but they snap back to make a really neat result. So be thoughtful about what rubber bands you use if you're going to try and make this bracelet. And the numbers that I've given are for a bracelet that fits my wrist. You may need it to be a little longer or shorter, but this will give you a good basic start. So if you've placed your rubber bands all the way down both of these rows, at the very bottom you'll want one coming from the center to the corner there, and then a single rubber band will be twisted and wrapped around this one peg 3 times if you can to make a cap band, which will be our starting point when we're ready to take out our hook. But we still need to place our circles on top of this design. So picking the color that you want to be the lower circle, you're going to stretch it and twist it over on itself so it's doubled. And then you're going to place it around these 4 pegs. And then you will repeat that going down the length of the whole loom. Until you've placed 6 of these. Then switching to the color that you want to be the top circle on your bracelet. You're going to do the same thing, take a single bracelet and double it over, and then place it across 4 pegs like that. And work your way back up the loom. And when we get to the end, we're going to have a decision to make. You can either make this bracelet just one loom long and then add on an extension, or I can show you how to transfer this onto the loom again so that you can make it look the same all the way around. So think about that. As you place your last bands, and if I'm going too fast, pause to catch up. This is the placement of bands that you'll need if you don't want to extend onto a second loom. But if you do want to extend so that the bracelet will look the same all the way around. Then you're going to take one more rubber band in the color you want that upper circle to be, double it, and place it just over those two pegs here. Starting at the peg where you placed that cap band, you're going to put your hook in, pull back to catch the band underneath, bring it around and up to the next position, like that. Then coming back into that cap to catch the band that remains and bring it forward. Now we can work our way up the whole length of the loom, just like you would if you were making a basic single bracelet. If I'm going fast, feel free to pause to catch up. I don't fast forward, but I do work pretty quick. I'm sure there's some of you that work faster than me. It's a tricky game to keep my arm out of the way of the camera while I'm working. So working my way all the way up to this last peg, and then coming from this top one, going up to the side here. Then all the way back down to the beginning again to do this row. And we keep going up. And then we're ready to take this off the loom. Place your hook all the way in to the thicker portion, place your thumb over it, and you can pop your bracelet off the loom. And it looks like that. So if some of you are done, and you can go ahead and just add length onto the end to make it long enough to go around your wrist. But if you want to learn how to extend this so that it will look the same all the way around, then stick around. I'm going to show you how. We've completed about 2/3 of the bracelet, but now if we want it to be able to go all the way around our wrist, we need to place more bands on our loom, and then we will attach it. So starting for me and my wrist from the 4th peg forward, you may want it longer or shorter. We're now going to build the rest of the bracelet. So from the center I went to this side and to that side, and now I'm going to go all the way down the length of the loom to the second to last spot on the top row. So just to there. And then I'm going to do the entire length on the middle row. So you'll see that I skipped this one there. And now I can place the circles. Lower color first, all the way down the loom. Stretching and twisting the single band and placing it over 4, and then switching to the other color. Again, taking a single band, twisting it so that it's doubled. Stretch. You can do it. So all of the bands are in place now for the second half of the bracelet. And we're ready now to attach the 2 halves. And the first thing we're going to want to do is, for the moment, take this lower ring one and just pull it up, because we need to connect the frame underneath first. And we're going to want to look at the pieces of this off the hook, keeping it pinched so you don't lose those bands. And take a look at which pair of bands is to the right and which is to the left, also making sure that your bottom ring color is the one on the bottom. So for me, it looks like this, and I'll know that these 2 bands are going to go left. So I'm going to put my hook in there just to keep them secure, and then bring my finger through these 2 that are going to go on the right. So those go there, and these 2 I stretch and bring over this peg, because that's where they're going to go. So you look at that and you can see this line going up and continuing, and this line going up and continuing. But we need to get those rings put into their right positions. So we're going to open this back up here just to hold it, and open up this one too, and we'll place that here so they don't get confused. And now we want to pull our lower ring color back onto those pegs from the pegs that were in front, and then our top ring color we're going to pull from here. And get that wrapped around these 2 pegs. So now it should look like this. Then we can put these 2 back in place. So this one goes to the right. This one goes to the left. And now your pattern will be continuous, just as it was. Coming from here, working our way straight up this side, and coming in here to work our way up that side. Just loosening that to confirm that it's in the right place. And then I'm going to go all the way up this side. A little confusing to get that second half placed on, but it looks so cute when the bracelet goes all the way around your wrist. So I hope it's worth the little extra step there for you. Going all the way up the side, we're almost done. Here we go, and from here, go on the angle to the center row, and then here, bring both forward, and then we can take the bracelet off the loom. Ta-da! I'm going to attach a C-clip to that single band that was at the end of the bracelet, and then attach the other end of the C-clip to the cap band here. I hope you enjoyed making this bracelet with me today, and if you had any trouble, I hope you'll try again because I know you can figure it out. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up below and comment to let me know what colors you used. And I'm always open to hearing suggestions of what I should make next. I hope you'll subscribe and check out my other videos. I have about 150 other projects already posted for you to try out. Thank you so much for watching. Happy looming. Bye-bye.